Well, it's that time of the year when more potholes actually start showing up, and with the recent ice and snow, it does not help the issues.
And in fact, with the warm up coming, the freeze thaw cycle will only make things worse. Fox 4's Lexi French live along Southwest Trafficway in Kansas City, notorious for its own potholes. Lexi.
Yeah, guys, drivers are just frustrated with more and more potholes showing up on their daily routes where they haven't been before. They say some of those have been showing up in the last week or so, causing them to be taken by surprise and causing damage and flat tires.
So that's four cars that I know of that literally lost a tire because of this one pothole on 63rd Street. It's pretty crazy.
Evan Ashby was on his way home from work when a pothole took him by surprise.
And it rattled my car like I had hit something like a solid object. And when I pulled into my driveway, I noticed a hissing sound coming out of my wheel, and there was a pop on the outside. So the wheel had gone flat, and it was frustrating, to say the least.
Richard Johnson is a carrier who spends a lot of time on the roads. He's dealing with car issues after hitting a newly formed pothole.
Every time I turn around, you see them, and if you're not conscious of where you're going, you'll tear your car. Because I already got to take this one in to get an alignment for it, because it's pulling to the left already, and it wasn't last week.
While working on this story, we saw one driver lose a hubcap after hitting a pothole on 77th and Warnell, an area that many people have complained about. Kansas City's government website shows hundreds of potholes people have reported around the city.
It's not fun driving around with a donut in these conditions with slippery roads and a little bit of ice in certain spots.
The morning after Ashby was left with a flat tire, he saw several other cars pulled over on the side of the road due to the same pothole.
Roadside assistance was replacing her tire for her. And so I pulled over and I asked her, hey, did you hit that pothole up the street? And she said, yeah, it just blew my tire out 5 minutes or 10 minutes ago or whatever. And she said, and the funny thing is while I was sitting here waiting for roadside assistance, I saw another lady hit the pothole and blow her tire out too. She's down at the end of the block.
Ashby says he reported the pothole to the city after the incident. If you do see a pothole out in Kansas City, Missouri, the city asks that you report that pothole on its 311 website. That way you can make sure that city staffers are aware of the problem area and they can start working to address it. In Kansas City, Lexi French, Fox 4, working for you.